Sorry if you can hear the wilderness, the squirrels, the friggin' birds outside. I am hot, okay? I'm so excited to film today's video. I'm basically going to be testing out a bunch of Charlotte Tilbury products because if you guys saw my cruelty-free makeup haul, I picked up a bunch of new Charlotte Tilbury products from Cult Beauty. And yeah, I just thought, you know, we'd sit down, we'd have a play, see what the crack is, okay? I've just been going through on Charlotte Tilbury's Instagram because I really want to try and like replicate the vibe, you know? This is kind of like what I would think of when I think Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know about anyone else. All soft pinks, like a really soft glam, a lot of like shimmer, a lot of highlight, a lot of like glowy skin. I'm just gonna get started because at this point I'm just chatting shit. So I am going to start with eyes. I feel like you would never do that at Charlotte Tilbury. Like if you go and get your makeup done there, they would never do eyes first. I've already primed my lids. I actually used the Magic Concealer, which I'm going to test on the skin as well, and so far really like the consistency and the formula. This is the Easy Eye palette for the Charlotte Darling look, which looks like so. I picked this up because not many quads or like she only really has like quads or small palettes, or very rarely like the longer palette. Not many of them have mattes, and I'm a girl, I struggle, okay, without a matte eyeshadow, so I picked that up. And then I actually forgot that I had this in my collection. This is the Dreamgasm eyeshadow palette, which looks like so. And then we've also got one of the Eyes to Mesmerize cream shadows in the shade Rose Gold. So I'm gonna just do like a whole mix of things. So I'm gonna start with this shade and a little bit of this shade as well. Just taking that on a Morphe M514, which is like my favorite. Oh, hello pigment. My favorite crease brush ever. We're just gonna start. Oh girl, do you know what? I don't know what I was expecting from that, but I really wasn't expecting like that level of pigmentation. Don't want to do anything too like crazy or heavy because we've also not got a heavy lash either, and I'm the sort of person, if I'm not wearing like big lashes, then I don't like a heavy eye because I just think it looks silly. So just taking a clean brush and softening. Still doing like a small little cat shape, which is not as far out as I usually would. I am going to kind of like take it up a little bit in the crease because I feel like there's always quite a big focus on kind of like the center of the lid, and like just the lid space in general is always very like blown out and shimmery. So I'm just going to lightly put a little bit of matte shadow there just so it kind of blends out towards the brow when we do apply something more shimmery. So far I have to admit I'm very impressed with these. I might start off with the cream shadow first for the lid. This is what the cream shadow looks like. It's actually very soft and very smooth. Yeah, it's very smooth, and the thing that I like about these, I have used it like once or twice before, they're actually really nice with a brush. So I'm gonna take a little Sosu brush and just dip in to that, and I'm not really gonna like cut the crease or anything because again I feel like it's always just very like kind of like blown out, quite smoky, that type of vibe. So I'm just gonna kind of like slap it on and wing it, and then I feel like that's gonna create a really nice base for whatever we put on top. I'm gonna dip into, what's this called again? The Dreamgasm eyeshadow palette, the quad. My hands are so much paler than my face. Honestly, I've been so lazy with fake tan at the minute. Like I've actually not done like a full body of fake tan since last year. Like I've not done it at all in January. I've just been putting like gradual tan on my face and not doing the rest of my body. So I mean, it's not like a massive difference, but please ignore that. I'm gonna take this shade. I'm just gonna actually go in with my finger and just like build this on top. I'm also going to use a little bit of this shimmery color. I think I'm just gonna like mix the shimmery shades in here as well. Not really trying to be too precise or anything with this. I'm literally just like slapping it on, you know? I'm just gonna use a tiny bit of this shade from the palette as well, which it does have like a little bit of kind of like a satin shimmery finish to it. Like there's no mattes in this palette at all. I just kind of want to try building up the outer part of the eye with that, just a tiny bit, seeing as we're trying to steer clear of the matte shades anyway. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there because I mean it's already gone a bit heavier than I expected it to, but I think that actually looks really nice. The lashes from Charlotte Tilbury, I I'm still not over this packaging. Like, honestly, I'm still not over this packaging. What is this? What is the size of this? It's so unnecessary. The lashes are very natural, like very, very natural. So I am going to do a tiny little bit of eyeshadow, just like a darker shadow on the outer corner, just to help blend them, even though they probably don't even need it because they're that minimal and that thin. I feel like the model also has a tiny bit of like a darker shadow towards the lash line. There is a more purple shade in here, and I'm just going to use an angle brush just to like smudge it in a little bit. I'm not going to do anything crazy because if I do like a really thick situation here, then you won't even see the lashes. Like, I've done that before and then you can't even tell I've got lashes on, and it's like, what was the point in this? I feel like you can barely even tell I've put that on, but that's kind of like the vibe that I want. We've got 2 pencil liners from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm pretty sure there's only pencil liners and no liquid liners. These are the Rock and Coal liners. I've got the shade Bedroom Black and Barbella Brown, I think it is. Barabella Brown. So I'm going to use some of the black shade in my tight line just to help kind of make the lash line look really thick. Okay, so that is the eyes complete. You could definitely just do mascara at this point if you wanted to. I'm gonna go ahead and put these on off camera. They're kind of just like little half lashes, as you can see, so they don't need trimming or anything like that. Lashes are on. I mean, personally, I wouldn't repurchase these. I feel like obviously they are very natural and that's what I knew I was gonna get with them, but I feel like my lashes actually look better when I did just mascara and then like before I actually put these on, because I always curl my natural eyelashes, do mascara and then put lashes on. And when I curled my eyelashes and then did mascara, I actually used the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes mascara. This is actually really good by itself, and that's coming from someone who doesn't really like not wearing lashes. Like, I'm very much a false lash type of girl. If anything, these kind of just weighed it down. They took away the curl a little bit. I mean, they look okay now because I have put mascara on top of them, but I would never usually do that. I would never usually put mascara on false lashes. I'm not really a natural lash type of girl anyway, so I knew I wasn't going to be obsessed with them, but they're okay. I just wouldn't repurchase. The packaging's too big and they're not my kind of lash, but they still look cute, you know? I'm just going to quickly do some moisturizer. I actually don't have any Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream at the minute, so I'm going to use some of the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream instead. Is that what this is called? Yeah. Dewy Skin Cream. A little bit of primer as well. I'm just going to use the Ciate Watermelon Primer. I do have one new product actually that could technically be a primer as well. This is the Hollywood Flawless Filter for a Superstar Youth Glow. It's kind of like a multi-purpose product from what I understand, so you can use it as very like luminous foundation, mix it in with foundation to give foundation more of a glow. You can use it as a liquid highlighter on the tops of your cheeks. Foundation wise, this is probably the product I am most excited about trying. This is the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I got the shade 7 Neutral. As I said, I've been very lazy with fake tan at the minute. I've literally not done any fake tan since the start of the year, so I'm just kind of making do with what's left from my gradual tan. I think I'm just gonna like go with it. I'm just gonna like pop some on my hand. Oh, it's very liquidy, which is nice. I'm gonna try it by itself first and just see what the vibe is. Oh, I forgot what Millie said about this foundation actually. Okay, so my friend Millie works for Charlotte Tilbury and she is constantly raving about this foundation, and she said you actually only need I think she said you need half a pump to do your entire face, which I was like, bitch. As I've started to apply this, I put like 2 pumps on the back of my hand because that's probably what I would usually do, and I'm not even like halfway down and it's already stretching so far. I think what she was saying is that this actually has the same technology. Shit, this is quite dark. I mean, when I've got tan on, this would be fine, but it's quite dark for me right now. It has the same technology as chewing gum. So it basically stretches across the skin in terms of like the pigmentation and things. So you kind of literally need like a really minimal amount, and here's me caking on the most. The actual finish and the coverage is beautiful. Right, I feel like I might have just found my new favorite foundation because that finish, oh my god. I don't know whether to try some of this Flawless Filter or not. I could maybe try some like on the tops of my cheekbones a little bit. Oh, it is very like wet looking, which we're all here for on this channel. Okay, kind of just using the brush that had the foundation on, to be honest, but ooh, she cute. Okay, I'm gonna do concealer next. I'm gonna use the Magic Away concealer. This is a fair few shades lighter, so I feel like this is going to do the job of balancing everything back out. It's actually a lot thicker than I expected it to be, this concealer. Don't really like the applicator and the packaging, if I'm going to be honest. I'm just not a fan really of concealers that are that type of applicator, like where you apply it on. I'd rather just like apply it with like a doe foot and do it that way. Also, you can actually see the pump in this because you have to like twist it up to get the product, and just from today, like just from doing my eyes and then that little bit of concealer, then the pump's already like nearly halfway. Well, it's not nearly halfway, it's probably like 2/3 of the way up, or like 1/3 of the way up, sorry. So I don't really know like how long this is supposed to last, but I'm kind of surprised like how much I had to twist to get it to like get the product to come out. I have to say though, like it's very nice on the skin. Done underneath a little bit as well, because like I feel like this foundation definitely is a bit too dark for today. Yeah, it's very kind of like thick but not super heavy. Like it doesn't feel heavy on the skin, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, I've definitely put on way too much makeup, but I mean, this is what happens when you're testing out new products for the first time. Like, you're never gonna do it perfectly straight away. I mean, sometimes you might, but not for me. I'm actually gonna try some of the Hourglass powder as well, because I don't have a Charlotte Tilbury powder and I wanna try a new loose powder. Still can't just get to grips with this packaging. I really don't like it. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like this powder needs better packaging. Like, it's frustrating. To be fair, that actually looks pretty nice. I'm quickly going to try out some of the Hollywood Contour Wand. So again, this is kind of like a squeezy product, which is not my favorite thing in the world, but we're gonna make do. Oh yeah, I feel like this is gonna be so much more up my street than the last one. I had the light to medium shade to start off with. Like, I had it like a year ago and it was just way too cool tone for my liking, so I feel like this is gonna be much better. Yeah, it's definitely a lot warmer than my last one, which is great. Okay, that was quite a lot. But we're gonna go with it. I might do a little bit of cream blush as well. I do actually have a cream blush and a cream highlighter, but I don't want to do like too much cream. I don't know, I get scared when I use too many cream products because I feel like they start to cake a little bit. I might just use a little bit of cream blush. I'm gonna use just like a little Laura Mercier brush. I feel like I need to be careful because my under eye is quite matte, so I don't want to have too much of a contrast. And I'm just going back over near my eyes with a sponge. Okay, this palette I really want to try. I've literally been saving this for this video and I've had it for the longest time. So it's basically got some bronzers, a blush, and then like kind of like highlight shades as well. So I'm just gonna apply some of this just like all over. I'm gonna start with the bronzer shade. And oh, it's not actually picking up very much, to be honest. I mean, to be honest, we don't need a lot of anything because I feel like the skin is already contoured and all of that good stuff with all of the cream products. I'm gonna use a little bit of the blushy shade. Okay, and then also a little bit of highlighter. Ooh! That is pretty. I actually really like that. Like, I like that a lot. Okay, I'm quickly gonna finish off the eyes a little bit with all of the matte shades in here. So I'm just gonna really softly blend these under the eye. Don't be afraid to kind of take this like maybe a little bit further down than you usually would. Kind of just want everything to look really blown out. I'm gonna do a little bit of Barbella Brown. This mascara is very thick and clumpy. I mean, it's not ideal for lower lashes, I would say. I personally don't like very clumpy lower lashes. If you do like that, then you'll probably love this, but that is just not my vibe. I'm gonna very gently contour my nose. I'm just gonna use the brown shade in here. Okay, and then I think all we've got left to do is lips. So I've got a couple of lip products I really want to use. I've got the lip liner in the shade Pink Venus, which I haven't tried yet, so I thought I would give this one a go. Two of my favorite lipsticks, Penelope Pink and Kim KW. I absolutely love these. And then I've also got the Charlotte Tilbury Peachy Plump Lip Gloss. So I'm gonna pop all of these on now. Okay, so this is the finished look. I feel like I did a pretty good job of doing like the whole kind of Charlotte Tilbury vibe. The eyeshadow I'm very impressed with. I'm definitely going to be using that again. Skin stuff as well, obsessed with. Like definitely going to be using the foundation more, the concealer more, the cream bronzer more, the cream blush even. Like I really loved all of it. Like I really love the skin in general, even though it is definitely a little bit more dewier than I would usually do. Eyelashes are a no for me. I'm not going to be using those, but the lip products are always like my favorite thing from Charlotte Tilbury, so I will definitely be using those again. But yeah, I really hope you guys like this look. Let me know which your favorite part is and what other brands you would like me to test. But yeah, I love you guys as always, and I will see you in the next one.